Baby, let me steal it. I gotta steal it. Don't you wanna steal? I've got to see you somehow. Not tomorrow, but right now. I know it's late. I can't wait. Come on and steal away. Don't wanna keep thinking I might change my mind. Everybody's sleeping. Let's not waste any time. I know it's late. Oh, I can't wait. Come on and steal it. Oh, steal it. I know that it's wrong meeting you this way. There's no other way I can be with you. If only your folks would approve. Things like this we would have to do. Oh, I won't tell no one else. I'm gonna keep it to myself. I know it's late. Oh, I can't wait. Come on and steal it. Oh, steal it. Yeah, yeah. Baby, won't you steal it? I know that it's wrong meeting you this way. There's no other way I can be with you. Oh, if only your folks would approve. Things like this, you and I would have to do. Oh, I won't tell no one else. I'm gonna keep it to myself. I know it's late. I can't wait. Steal away. Let me steal your love. I know a lot of folks out there trying to criticize me, but you keep doing the same thing I'm doing. Oh, steal away. Don't you wanna steal away? I won't tell if you steal. I won't tell. Baby, won't you come? Yeah, yeah. I won't tell if baby, if you wanna steal away, won't you come? I won't tell. Baby, won't you steal away?
Peace. This is the Toure Muhammad Show, and I'm your host.
I'm Linda Sissy Perez, your co-host of the show that talks to shakers and movers who have knowledge, experience, and resources to help you do for self. This is a solution-oriented show.
Come have a seat. No need to ask. As long as I have a bowl of bean soup, you've got half.
Welcome everyone to the Toure Muhammad Show, and get prepared to hear about the greatest story ever told. Right about now, what I'm gonna do is tell you all the things that we're into. Okay, once upon a hurry somewhere in the future, we didn't have to worry if somebody would shoot you. Excellence, yes y'all, we all that. Business, real estate, and actual facts. Actually, that's the tip of it. Financial gifts with it. Spiritual advancement, we're here to uplift. We're here to celebrate your success and give it back so everybody and their mama know where to shop at. You like that? I love that. We do too. You can change your condition when you change you. Yeah, so sit back, relax, and let your conscience be free. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce Brother Toure. Sometimes I need a little something, baby, to help me have the day.
Greetings, 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 peace. Assalamu alaikum. What's going on, my brothers and my sisters?
I approve, Toure.
Huh?
Definitely
You approve? Man, we in the building now. So y'all heard that intro, man. You heard that intro, man, done by Chicago's own Hashim Hakeem. He was actually the security, the FOI security who did the battle with who did the freestyle rap with DMX and Jay-Z at the end of that Jay-Z movie.
Oh, that was him?
That was him.
You got that, man?
I got that,
oh,
man.
My God.
That's my man's. And we got him to do an intro for us. So, man, he just recounted that whole piece right there. So we excited, man, to have that intro, and we thank him for doing it. So let me plug in Linda Perez here. Linda, where you at? Linda. Hold on. We're going to bring her in. She doing all kind of stuff over there. We about to pull her right in. What's going on, Linda? All right. So, brothers and sisters, man, we are so excited and happy and pleased to be on the top side of the earth today. Man, tell a friend that the Toure Muhammad show is on. And we are so excited because we have a new time slot here, man. We're here on Thursdays. Man, we are here on Thursdays here on What's in It for the Black People Media. And we are excited and we are pleased, man, to be in a new space, man. So, all right, y'all from mute now. You off from mute. So,
I know. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. How are you doing? Peace. Assalamu alaikum. What's going on, Linda Perez? Sissy.
Everything is good. You know, today's tamale day, so we hit those tamales this morning. So we have a few. So first come, first word. Normally they sold by 12:30. So need to get in here if you want extra.
Those tamales are banging. I've never been a fan necessarily of tamales. I would eat them every now and then, but the way you prepare them and them being so clean and so fresh, I really appreciate them. So obviously, you have any without chicken? You just got the vegetarian tamales?
No, we just got regular chicken and spicy chicken today. So,
Regular chicken and spicy chicken. Okay, so I can't have any tamales anyway. Because it's animal free. It's animal free April. And we are doing this with Sadiq and the whole crew, man. I'm enjoying the energy and the spirit and love we have with that. So we doing that. We doing that. And man, it's on. So you was moving around. You heard the intro. We already heard the intro though, but we got approval from Ron, from Big Ron, Little Big Ron. And so we're going to keep that rocking because we appreciate Hashim Hakeem for doing that. I don't know if you knew. You heard what I said in the beginning?
No, I did not.
So when DMX, this is real unique here because, of course, we are still thinking about and reflecting on DMX. And Hashim Hakeem was the rapper who was doing security for the Jay-Z concert with DMX. And he did a freestyle at the end of the film, and so it's pretty amazing, man, to to have him do that piece for us and have him talk about him being in that movie, that Jay-Z tour. So, but anyway, man. So, what's going on at the taco bar? I know it's a lot of stuff happening. The Woodline has been, man, doing some upgrades and some really taking things to another level, and you are a part of the whole piece. But tell us about tamales and tell us about anything new happening at Sissy's Taco Bar.
Well, the great thing that's happened new that we have on our social media platform is if you check in and you can win a dinner for two, you have to check in our Facebook page. You have to like it and upload your picture of you being here at Sissy's Taco Bar eating your tacos. And then that way you can receive dinner for two. So we have that promotion going on for the month of April. And then also, Toure, if they text Sissy's Tacos, SISSYS TACOS, with the S on both of the words, to 844 773-8392, they can receive a free taco as well. So those are the promotions we have. And today is Thursday. So of course, people know we have our happy hours between 4:30 5:30 where they can get two tacos for $5. I know Tuesday we killed it. Tuesday, Tori, I was on my feet from I got busy around 1 o'clock all the
Mm-hmm.
way to 7:15. Didn't get out of here till 9 o'clock with the cleanup. So it was great business on Tuesday. People took advantage of the Taco Tuesday, but when they took advantage of the Taco Tuesday, Tori, they came back for more. So that was a great thing. It was one guy, he inspired me because Tori, we did the marketing and business consultant. So that's in me. I am
Mm-hmm.
always trying to help people grow their business, take their business to the next level. I'm always that visionary for people sometimes that they don't even think about their business. So
Uh-huh.
one guy, he said, you here more than just to sell tacos. He said, you doing more than just selling tacos. He's like, and it was meant for me. He's like, I was about to pass you and go the signature route, but I saw the sign, came back, but that was just the spirit to tell me to come back because I received the information I needed from you. And man, I just enjoy talking to my customers, and that's what they love about, Sissy Taco Bar as well. So we build relationships, and that's about the village, bringing the community together, but knowing your customers and just dialoguing. That's to me, that's really important because you want to make them have a great experience when they come into your establishment. And that's the narrative where I want to change for Sissy Taco Bar, not only with the food products, but also the relationships with our people in our own community.
Right, that's beautiful. And of course, we know that you don't do any pork or beef. You have chicken and fish and shrimp. But then there's going to be something special happening to celebrate the quest that we're on for these 30 days. So we're going to be having
Yes.
you're going to be having a special showing of your not just one, not just two, but you have a variety of vegan tacos. And shout out to Shaka Strong for initiating that
I
and
was about to say
encouraging
that.
that.
Right.
And then peace to David, who's tuning in from Cedar Hills. Star Williams, she loved the opening. Sadiq is in the building, and who else? And T said what's up too. So what's up to T? So tell us
Good
about
morning.
this.
What's up?
Tell us about these vegan options that you have in
Yes.
tacos.
So I really appreciate Shaka. I was about to announce, I really appreciate that. I'm glad that he thought about that and created the event inside the group. And that's what it's about. It takes us to support each other. It takes us to share things and create things. And so I really appreciate that. So we are having our vegan day on Saturday with our, group that's coming up here. It's about 8 to 10 people to come in and support Sissy Taco Bar. But if you're vegan and you want to come and try it, it's open. It's open doors. Come enjoy some great tacos. But I'm going to be putting something on the menu that Saturday, which is not on our menu, and it's sweet potato tacos. I created that because we're doing a 30-day no meat, and so I've been creating different tacos because everyone's know, or if you don't know, our goal is to have 40 different tacos. But our goal is also have more options of healthy tacos and kind of bridge people towards that vegan style too. So we're going to be doing a sweet potato taco. It was so delicious the other day that I made it for my family. And Tori, you got to have some of those great tacos. And then we created a cauliflower taco, which is delicious. That'll be on our menu. But Saturday, I'm going to just bring that on so they can have that option. So Saturday, we got Tom Girl Taco, which is our cactus. We have our vegan chorizo, and we have, help me out, Tori. Um,
You get the
Tom
Tom
Girl
Girl,
vegan chorizo.
the jackfruit, the
Oh,
Cajun
there we go.
Jack.
Cajun jackfruit, and we're gonna have the sweet potato on the menu just for that day. And they can let me know if they wanted to keep it on the menu. So also we have the vegetarian taco. So I know we're not eating no meat, but if you guys want to bridge and just come try it, the vegetarian taco is good because it's our rice, our black bean corn salad with our toppings, which is lettuce, cilantro. And if you don't want the cheese, you don't have to have the animal products. And we got
If you
vegan
don't
cheese
get the
out there.
cheese, right? If you don't get
We
the
have
regular
vegan.
cheese, you get the vegan cheese. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And the vegan sour cream. So I really appreciate this. I'm always about creating things from great produce, fresh fruit, fresh vegetable. Don't like too much processed food that's already been pre-made. Um, I rather cook my own food.
David said, what do you recommend from your menu, and what's your favorite?
Oh God, my favorite.
That's a trick
Hmm.
question, David.
Hmm.
Everything is good. Everything.
It is. And you know what? What I really enjoy is my jerk taco, and I really enjoy the salmon taco if we're talking about eating meat processed. Now, when it comes to the vegan style, it's gonna be the sweet potato is my favorite one, even though it's not on there, and the Cajun Jack is my number one. Now,
You're
the
gonna have to
cactus
jerk that
taco I
Cajun.
love.
You're gonna have to jerk that Cajun Jack in a
Yeah,
minute.
we will, and that's our goal. So we're going to be releasing more, but hopefully we'll get things in order for the summer because we want to create summer tacos too. So we're looking at taking what's his name, Dave, Chef Dave Blackman.
Yes.
I'm looking to take his idea with the lobster tail and creating that taco because to me that's refresh. It's summer. So look out for Sissy Taco Bar. I'm creating things, but our goal is to have 40 different tacos, and it's going to be the best tacos in town, the best tacos on the South Side, and I mean what I mean. And I'm so proud that we have our first worker. She's going to be in training today, and then we're going to bring on our next worker and train him. And so they'll be here on Saturday, both workers. So I'm proud that we're able to hire from our community and our people. And that's what it's about. It's growth and sharing and teaching.
That's right.
And
That's
she
right.
also has culinary experience. So I'm excited when I saw her plates and her dishes that she made. I'm like, yeah, she's the one I need. So
Man,
be
absolutely.
patient and he'll lead those to you that needs to be under your team because everyone is not meant to be under you.
That's right. That's right. So let's give a couple of quick announcements. I want to make sure that people know. See, we got a lot of stuff that we're giving away on the show today. If you got the text message, you can get you a free taco. If you want to experience a free day pass at Moxie, the Moxie co-working space that is in the South Loop, that is a great environment for you to be able to build your business, to network with other people, to focus on the things that matter, which is business, building, and networking with a diverse group of folks right there in South Loop. Moxie is a place to go. You can go get a free pass. Go to Moxie Chicago, MOXE Chicago.com, MOXE Chicago.com for more information. And along with their opportunity to have a co-working space for you, Overflow Coffee is right downstairs. And these, of course, are two black-owned establishments that you can enjoy and patronize and build your business and get that coffee. No coffee for me right now because it's Ramadan,
So
but when the
Tori,
sun go down, it's going down.
so
Yes.
Tori, with Overflow Coffee, I mean, have you had the coffee? Is it black owned? Is it produced? Like where they get their coffee beans from? Like I keep hearing Overflow Coffee like it's well known, but I don't know about it.
Yes,
Is it
they
something I'm
are.
missing?
They are black owned, and it's a brother named Brian, um, Brian who Jenkins, who is the owner of both. So he's like a social entrepreneur. So he's created this space in the South Loop for coffee and for business.
Awesome,
God,
awesome.
we want to bring him on the show soon, but he's he's a little behind the scenes kind of person, so he don't jump at the chance to talk in front of the camera.
Okay,
Yeah, but
okay.
remember
What's up?
we had on a lady that was from his organization who came on um, maybe about 6 months ago, and we talked to him about her
Okay,
about it. Yep.
okay.
So that's what's up with Moxie. We appreciate them. They've always been a great advertiser and supporter to help us to keep going. And I think that people have to, man, recognize, man, we bring a lot of people on the show. We do a lot of promoting and helping to uplift black-owned businesses, but we also need those businesses to support us, advertise with us. We celebrate you, we bring you on the show, but we also, man, when you can get some advertising in, man, spend your dollars with us, on the Toure Muhammad show here on What's in It for the Black People Media. We need you here to help the station grow, to help our show grow. So we encourage you to tell a friend to support us and advertise with us. But we got free ice cream. Is that wind in
Yes.
your background?
Or is that
No,
is it
that's
you have a
not.
guest in? Is the other guest in?
Other
Check.
guest is not in yet.
Yes, they
Yep.
are.
Oh, here they are. They are. I just saw them. They just popped up. All right, there we go.
So you know what, Torre?
We're gonna
Yes,
bring
I
them on
love
in
the fact
in a minute. Yes.
I love that we're giving out free ice Sean Michelle's ice cream. The
Yes.
first person that answered to the question to give the number 773-531-8798. Let me say the number again. 773-531-8798. You get 3 scoops of free ice cream if you answer this question right. All right, what is the question?
The question is, name at least one address that was the home of Sean Michelle's homemade ice cream before the current 47th Street location. So name at least one address that was the home of Sean Michelle's homemade ice cream before the current 47th Street location.
I don't even know that. I just know where it was located. I don't even know the physical address. I just know the area.
Yes. Man, if
I'll
somebody,
lose on that one.
if the person gets the area and they're the closest to it, we may give it to them. But give us
Well, I
one of
want
those
free vegan ice
addresses.
cream.
Yes, that
Let me
vegan is
text.
something else. It's delicious. And no, you can't participate. You are the conduit. You are the
See?
conduit
No fun.
for the piece. Hey, I can't get a free taco if I text. Well,
Well,
not
if you
because I
could,
text.
yes. If you come in here and with your friend and snap a picture of you and your friend eating my tacos, I give you a day night in here, Tori.
You get that to me? You ain't eat tacos on your date?
Well, hey, you come celebrate. It's a beautiful seating. I love it.
Yeah, it is.
So,
It
but
is. The
yeah,
Woodline's a beautiful place. Yep. So if
it is.
anybody knows the
Um,
question, to answer that question, text that number and you will get that taco. We're gonna put the number just in case you didn't get it. 773-531-8798.
8798
Right. So we got one more thing. Tell us about the next thing on the
brown
list
sugar.
to give away.
So if you are Aries and it's your birthday today or tomorrow, you can always go into Brown Sugar Bakery to receive a free cupcake. All you gotta do is probably show your ID to show it's your birthday, of course, because you know how everybody has a birthday and it's every day sometimes. So it has to be on your ID. But you can go visit Brown Sugar Bakery right on 75th and receive your free cupcake if it's your birthday today or if it's coming up. So it's all out to the Aries.
That's right. That's right. And the last one is actually the giveaway is ended, but we still gonna give a shout out to Dan's Soul Food Cafe, offering that great soul food on the South Side, and for people like me, who can go in there and get a nice healthy veggie plate. If we don't want to eat any meat, all of their vegetables except for the greens, which have turkey meat, all of the other vegetables are vegan friendly. No meat byproducts in any of the vegetables that they prepare, except for those greens. You know, you can't. With black folks, boy, you better put some turkey. You better put something in them greens.
Well, you got to be careful too, but you got to be careful with soul food because sometimes they use butter, and it depends if they're not using vegan butter. That's an animal product in that dish. So we
That's
still
a
got to be
fact.
careful when it
That's
comes
a
to soul
fact.
food.
So, but the
Because
owner, see, it's a co-owner, Dolphin Norris and his mother. Now his mother eats meat and cooks and prepares meat. He is vegan. So he
Okay.
so he knows how to make sure that all the vegetables prepared because he promotes and lets people know they are all vegan friendly.
That's what's
Yep.
that's what's up. Oh, Torre, I know I went to Can't Believe It's Not Meat yesterday for my lunch,
Yes, yes.
and
I can't believe it's not meat.
that vegan burger, yes, it was delicious. I had to go back and order another one for you because I wanted you to taste it, but it was so delicious. So props out to I Can't Believe It's Not Meat. Um, I know I had my experience in Hyde Park, but this second round coming back around was like the bomb. So that's why it's important to try someone out the second or three times before you give it an X on your list. So I was really appreciate customer service was great, and God, that smoothie was delicious. It was to die for.
And you hit up both of them yesterday, huh? The Orland Park and Hyde Park.
Yes.
So great
No,
service.
not Hyde Park, but before. No, you know how when they first opened up
Right, right,
in
right. I'm
Hyde
talking
Park,
about
I tried
yesterday.
them.
Right, right,
Well, I tried it in Orland Park.
right. That's what's up.
Orland Park.
So,
So
yep, man, great
I
product.
enjoyed it, and I think that was my first time eating vegan food when I tried it in a Hyde Park, so it was new to me. It was different, so I didn't care for it. But now that I have changed my taste buds, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to know great food.
Right. That's right. That's right. That's a big lesson there too. It's two lessons. One is, how our taste can be acquired and how they can change when we start eating and thinking differently. And then also the importance of, if you are in business, you can't get around sometimes people not having the greatest experience. But if you stay focused and you keep building and you keep building on the great exchanges that you've had, see what happened with you was like, wait a minute. I had a good experience. I had a great experience, and it wasn't that you had a bad experience. You just didn't. It didn't touch you in the taste buds the way you thought it would, right? But then when you
Correct.
keep hearing of other people having a good experience, when you hear about expansion, you say, okay, well, let me try it again, because maybe that was an off day. Maybe you don't know what was happening. So when we can't
Right.
get discouraged if we have one or two people that don't jump up and down about our business. But if we keep focusing on providing great product and focus on what our mission is, if you so to speak, then you'll find your audience. And sometimes you have people come back around and become longtime customers after the first time just being kind of, oh, okay, it's okay. Yep.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
keep
they had
pushing.
me. They had me as a concern. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yep.
But you're absolutely right. And as customers, we have to remember we all have bad days, even in our personal life, even at home when we're cooking. So just keep that in mind when restaurants are preparing food. Sometimes things are off, but give them another try. Maybe you come back tomorrow and it's a better day. Because I've had experience that I'm like, oh, this is not like mac and cheese. I had great mac and cheese from them.
Yep.
So I will overlook that, especially when I know I had it, 3, 4 times delicious.
Yep. Yep. That's what's up, man. So look, it is about that time for us to take a quick break, and we have some sports discussion to talk. We have a coach, a youth coach who's going to talk about an incredible program that he's heading and he's leading, and it's a great opportunity for our young girls and who are interested or who are already involved with sports. So we'll be talking about that in a quick second. Now, Linda, how much time you got with us? I know you.
I was gonna say, can I log off now so I can kind of finish my last 30 minutes? Can I be excused?
No, ma'am, you cannot be excused. Um, and you know what? Let's mess with Ron, because Ron still ain't came up there and got his tacos.
Oh yeah,
We had the tacos ready for Ron. We had the tacos were ready. They was bagged up.
You know what?
He had a variety just in case, whatever you wanted. It was an assortment in there.
You know what? Sadiq put me on this other vegan spot, and I had to try them out instead of stopping by. But y'all ever heard of Mickey's or Mikey's?
Yeah, we heard of Mickey's.
Mickey.
We love
Yeah.
Mickey's with Rico Nance. That's our man.
Yeah, so I went there.
No,
yesterday.
his sister. I can't believe it's me.
All right. Well, we got.
No, this we talking about last week. We talking about last week, Ron. We talking about last Friday.
Right.
Ron.
Don't beat me up, y'all. I'm coming.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, man, we'll talk to you a little bit later on. We thank you for co-hosting for a few minutes with us today and giving us an update. And we'll see you so we'll be back next Thursday for more of the Toure Muhammad Show with Linda Perez. But keep staying tuned. We got some great guests, and we'll be getting to them in just a second. So we're going to go a quick break, and we're going to bring on our next guest.
WIIFTBP and
WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me.
accessing your trusted source for high-quality Black emojis, better known as Blackmoji. We believe Black is beautiful, and that beauty should be reflected in the digital market. Now there is an app that does just that, starting with Black Greek letter organizations. Blackmoji D9 offers more than an emoji app. It is a cultural experience of Black excellence. Download the app in the Apple or Google Play Store to access a specially curated catalog of emojis representing the Divine Nine. Use the emojis to celebrate Black Greek events, acknowledge current events, support social causes, and learn about esteemed Black Greek members who blaze the trail of Black history. A portion of every subscription goes toward a scholarship fund specifically for members of Black Greek letter organizations to help keep the legacy alive. Download the Blackmoji app today.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the green side of things. It's your man, Sadiq.
And Cassiopeia.
And we need you to like,
comment,
and share
that thing
every Tuesday and Thursday from 1
to 3 p.m. on
What's in It for the Black People Media.
What about my love? Seems you have forgotten love. I do believe that something went wrong somewhere. What about my feelings? Do they mean anything at all? You got me so in love, I'm too blind to see. And that you got my love, now you wanna put me down. And that you got my love, got me standing on shaky ground. What about it, baby? What about the days and the nights we spent? What about the love we made so sweet? Are you sure you wanna live? Think it over, baby. 'Cause girl, I believe, I think you just might wanna change your mind. Now that you got my love.
All right. We are back, brothers and sisters. This is the Toure Muhammad Show. I am so excited, man, for this next guest that we have on. He's a true brother. He is a shaker and mover, and he is helping to really to usher in and help a new generation of female athletes. We had the pleasure of connecting over on that west side. Hey, I don't know if you saw some of this show right before us, but Mark Aguirre was in the building here. What's in it for the Black People Media? So that west side represented. He even had on a shirt that said "Out West." And so we got another brother that's doing some great things on the west side of Chicago. Let me give you all a quick little introduction, or a big introduction. He is the head coach, and I'm going to give you his title in a second, of 360 Sports Academy Volleyball. It's an elite volleyball club with a cutting-edge training platform. 360 Sports Academy Volleyball develops beginner to advanced skilled players from the ages of 13 to 18 so that they can be prepared to compete at their next level of play. And they also teach beginner level players through their Volley Kids program for girls 12 and under. And so today we have on the program and operations director of 360 Sports Academy, we have Coach Bernie Hentley. What's going on, my brother?
What's happening, man? I appreciate you having me, Toure. It's been a minute. Thank you.
Man, it has been a minute, man. We, of course, like I mentioned, we connected on the west side.
Yes, sir. Yes,
when
sir.
We were both connected to, I don't know what your affiliation is now, but of course I was helping with Providence St. Mel with their outreach program, recruiting students for the school. And
well, always show them love. They definitely do.
Man, you cannot say enough about Mr. Adams, Dr. Adams, and the great work that they do at Providence St. Mel.
Absolutely. I got to give them the credit. They gave me my first coaching job. So
yes,
I definitely, I represent them well, and I give them all the, give them credit for at least giving me that shot in the beginning a couple of years back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, man, tell us a little bit first about you.
Yes.
I know you have a background in the mortgage banking industry, man. And I don't know if I told you this, man. I don't know if we talked, but maybe I have, because I've been trying to tell everybody. But I just got my real estate license.
Nice.
So we just helped somebody purchase a home. And I'm talking to somebody now that they got a 650, they might be ready. So let me know where you at. If you that's what you still doing, we might be able to send people your way. I want to send them to you ready too.
Well, no, I appreciate that. No, I actually got out of that line of work for some time now, but I still give it its props, because that's where I really got rooted in everything that I do in the community. But now I work for Cook County government now, doing community outreach for one of the elected officials. But I think anybody getting in the real estate game is definitely that's where the old money is. If you're trying to get into something and create some wealth, real estate is still probably the number one place to create some wealth. So good stuff.
Yep, absolutely, man. I don't want to get too political, but this country was built on securing land. So
absolutely,
land is key.
Absolutely.
Land is key to everything.
It's still key to everything. Absolutely,
that's right. It is. So let's talk a little bit about, of course, what you are doing. With the 360 Sports Academy. So what moved you from, professional career to getting into this sports academy?
Well, no, I mean, I tell everybody my experience with 360 Sports Academy, starting this, came directly as a parent. My experience as a parent of a daughter who played volleyball, and some of the things that she experienced in that process. When she started out playing in the 7th grade, she wanted to be a better volleyball player. Obviously, like most kids, they want to play for their high school. And if you got the skill set, some would like to even go on to play college volleyball. So we got into this volleyball circuit. And in Chicago, outside of high school volleyball, there's a volleyball club circuit, much like how AAU has for basketball. There's a similar circuit, similar club type feeling for volleyball, girls volleyball in particular. And the Midwest, as I've found over the years, is a huge hotbed for good quality volleyball. And what I found, a lot of girls like my daughter, whether they're from the West Side, South Side, or even just economically challenged in some of our Black and brown areas, and not even just Black and brown, but some of these areas where quality volleyball is not being taught. They actually give our girls a disadvantage to getting to that next level, which could be potentially college or getting somebody to pay for you to go to college, when in our schools or in our environments or in our areas, no one is able to teach them. I played basketball growing up as a young fella. I had tons of role models, tons of good coaches, tons of people showing me how to get better at playing basketball. But what I found is, outside of basketball, I love women's basketball too, but outside of that, what other options do our young girls have? Nothing against cheerleading or dance or doing gymnastics, but I don't know too many college scholarships. I know there's probably for cheerleading that can help our kids get from one circumstance to the next. And if we're doing that for our boys, then we need to do that for our young women. Not to mention the other social issues that come with the being involved in sports. We always hear it keeps people out of trouble, keeps people from doing some things that are really going to disrupt their life. Well, if it's good enough for the boys, I found that it needs to be good enough for our young women. So I started with a partner of mine who was doing some private coaching. We started our volleyball club. We started on the west side. We're now on the south side, but we started on the west side off of Harrison and Weston over there. And we started training girls who needed to be developed, not just because they needed to be developed. They wanted to get better and started to teach them and show them how to get ready for college. So that's how 360 started. We're going into our 10th year. This fall will be 10 years that since we started. And this year, which is why I'm happy that I'm on the show, we're excited to announce our first ever, I think it's probably first ever, not only in Chicago, but I would like to think nationally, but I must definitely say Chicago, an HBCU girls volleyball combine and expo.
Wow.
And exposure camp. This is going to be huge, Toure. I mean, I don't know if too many programs are promoting girls to take an interest in some of our HBCUs as far as volleyball programs. Right. We definitely know our HBCUs have high quality education. We know about the bands. We know about the basketball. We know about the football, but not too many of our young female players who play volleyball know that our HBCUs are Division I, they're Division II, they're NAIA, they're good quality volleyball being played at some of these schools that can offer them scholarships. So we're putting on an HBCU girls volleyball combine and expo June 4th through the 6th here in Chicago to give not only girls from all over Chicago, whether it be public school, private school, I don't care what club you belong to, but if you're thinking about getting to that next level, from if you're in 9th grade to even this class of 21, thinking about playing on that next level, you need to come to this exposure camp. We've already invited, if not all the HBCUs to come to Chicago, and some of our local schools to come see talent. Especially if you don't play on that club scene, you don't get an opportunity to get seen. So we created this environment for 3 days worth of training and play for you to get some exposure by some of these college coaches.
Man, this is beautiful, man. I haven't heard of anything like this happening ever before, right?
Well, there are plenty of volleyball combine expos. Don't get me wrong. When our girls go to play, their college coaches there at some of these huge tournaments, but I don't think too many of them are drilling down to the underserved female athlete or girl athlete from schools that don't always get attention or areas that don't get attention. And then I'll double down where they're promoting HBCUs. Like right now, we have Alabama A&M coming. Coach Rose Major Powell, she'll be on the court hosting. We also have Alabama State. They're coming. Their coach Penny Lucas White, she's going to be hosting with us as well, doing some drills and showing the girls how to be better players. Also, the new head coach at Central State, Ray Lewis, he's going to be here helping out as well. Locally, Northern Illinois, Ray Gooden, said he would come through. We've got some of our local junior colleges, Olive Harvey, Triton, Morton College have all said they'll come. Roosevelt, I was talking to Roosevelt University yesterday. They said they'll be here, and we're still trying to reach out. Not to mention other HBCUs, Norfolk State out in Virginia. They're definitely going to be here. So we're trying to really make this a situation where our girls can come in for 3 days, do some intense training, but at the same time, we'll get them exposed to some college coaches who may never have heard of them.
Right.
We're going to put together a nice bio for them and make sure coaches know whether you're a freshman this year or a senior class of 21, hey, look out for me. I'm on the way. I'm on the up and coming.
Man, so Coach Bernie, you talked about the scholarship opportunity. Talk a little bit about more of the change in trajectory that an opportunity like this can create. I know, of course you have the Olympics, you have different athletic professionally, but talk a little bit about, how this can help a student get to college and through college, and what kind of opportunities that are in volleyball. And I know we talk a little bit about the connected careers as well, that can be that are there.
Well, you know what? The opportunity, the sky's the limit. People don't realize this is kind of like the entryway into another world. The opportunities that are available scholarship-wise are endless. Let's just put it that way. But the trajectory, this could take a young woman from the idea of just finishing high school to actually thinking, you know what, I got a shot at finishing college. Because a lot of our kids, especially ones that go live truly in the inner city, not the surrounding suburbs who potentially have a good shot, but our true inner city that are parents or single parents or two-parent income is not enough to send them to college. This actually gives them a chance. Even if it's a junior college, I don't think people understand the power of a junior college and what it could do for the trajectory of just being college educated. But even a junior college will be willing to pay for a student athlete to come to their school to play volleyball, and they'll pay for their education. I mean, the average junior college might cost $10,000 for 2 years. But imagine if you were able to have a skill set to get on that college level that says to that college coach, hey, let's go, let us pay for you to come here. We'll get you further developed and give you an education on the same time. So to me, the girls that have graduated from our program that have gone on to college, all of them have either completed or at least gotten up to their associate's degree, or very, very well, very close to finishing. So where they might not have had a shot at college in the beginning, they came and trained for a couple of years with us, or just trained really intense to get better. It took off. Not to mention, if you look and pay attention on ESPN or across the sports world, it's $1 billion industry. If you notice the amount of women sportscasters, journalists, sideline reporting, play-by-play nowadays, women are now being a part and indoctrinated within the sports business, just like the men. So we've got to be able to train our girls, our community girls, our Black and brown girls, even other ethnicities on the business itself. So we're slowly introducing that as part of our club training. What it takes to be behind the camera or in front of the camera, even in this case, be a journalist, be a photojournalist, who knows where it can go. But we want to introduce girls to the sports business. It's just not for the men.
Man, that's beautiful. That's real. And I know there are a lot of opportunities there. And, man, we applaud you for what you are doing. So tell us the location, the address.
Sure.
Again,
so again,
I put the link in the chat here on What's in It for the Black People Media on Facebook, on the live chat area, 360 Sports Academy. You definitely can go there and get more information. And the actual website is sportsacademy360.com. sportsacademy360.com.
Absolutely. And you can also give us a call at 773-413-8360. And the date of the combine is HBCU. And we kind of put a play on the CU. It's SEEYOU. They're coming to see you. They're coming to see you. It's June 4th through the 6th. And the event will be held at CSO Multisports. It's on the south side in Hyde Park, 1301 East 47th Street. 1301 East 47th Street, CSO is June 4th through the 6th, Friday through Sunday. Sorry, it's an all-day thing. So your daughters, you as a player will get a full almost 6 to 7 hours worth of training almost every day. We're going to provide lunch for you, so you don't have to worry about leaving or doing anything like that. It's a small fee of $250, but it's going to give you so much more. Like Toure said, you can definitely go to our website and register, or follow us on Facebook. We're 360 Sports Academy Volleyball, or Instagram 360 Volleyball. And we spell out 360 with the THREE 60, 360 Volleyball on Instagram. And again, we can be reached by phone 773-413-8360.
Man, beautiful. And do you have other coaches?
Oh, absolutely. I got a great coaching staff of 10 about 10 or 12 wonderful women, and one brother of mine. So it's just two of us and 10 other female coaches that do a fabulous job. It's so much. I sit back and work less and let them really do the work. They have really poured their energy into it. It's good that our young girls can see other young women of color doing some things that they wish to do, and they're really pouring into these young women. I'm so happy to have them as part of our staff. We call ourselves a family, so it's not even staff. Part of my these are my sisters and our family, and I really enjoy having them. I got a great staff of coaches.
Man, that's beautiful, brother. We appreciate you for what you are doing. I encourage you to keep up the great work.
Thank you, man.
Man, to keep, because we've obviously known for a long time the value of sports and what it can do to alter certain things in the life of anybody in the male, all the males, right?
Yeah.
And of course, it ain't just those that make it to the NBA, but many that were able to pay for college because of their athleticism and have great careers or to start a business. And those opportunities need to be as much as they can and in as many different areas and arenas for our women as well. So I applaud you for what you're doing.
Thank you.
And give us any your closing remarks. What is give us a misconception? What is the thing that people think or one of the questions they ask when they come to you to get coaching or get into the program that is far from the truth?
Black girls do play volleyball. This is not a white sport. So black people can play volleyball. Let's say that too. Black and brown people can play volleyball. So the biggest question I ask is, I didn't know you guys existed. And so we're going to do a better job of making sure people know we exist. But it's a multicolored sport. But the biggest thing is black people can play volleyball too.
Yep, absolutely. And we know them women can jump and they can spike that ball, boy, and they can move quick. They got all the motor skills. I mean, it's similar. It's a different thing, but it's similar motor skills to basketball. So if you got those leaping abilities and those reflexes.
Very much so. I tell people, if you ride the bench in basketball, you'll be a star in volleyball.
That's what's up. Well, hey, all the bench warmers out there for your high school team. Man, get in that volleyball arena. You may dominate.
Yes, absolutely.
Man, we appreciate you, man. Look forward to seeing more great things. Of course, we're gonna tell people about it a little bit more via email and social media. And we appreciate and love what you're doing.
I appreciate you, Toure. Thanks a lot. Thanks to your audience as well. I appreciate it.
All right, for sure. All right, so we'll talk to you soon. All right, peace.
Absolutely.
All right, brothers and sisters, man, we had hold on. Bam. We appreciate this brother for being on the show today. Man, go tell a friend about this program. What we are striving to do here on the Toure Muhammad Show, on What's in It for the Black People Media, is connect you with shakers and movers, people who are doing great things, people who have opportunities to help you or to help someone in your family or your friends to continue that uphill road. We have to be able to get to that next level, and it's a very exciting thing to do and to see the greatness in our community. So we're exhibiting Black excellence, and we have an announcement to make. We have the winner of our Sean Michelle's homemade ice cream. Sabrina, where's Sabrina at? Sabrina, are you still on? Sabrina won the free ice cream quiz, the trivia from Sean Michelle's. So she posted 2 places. Now she got the closest, so because no one else responded with anything better, like an exact address. But she went all the way back to the beginning. Sabrina, we know that you are an OG because you talked about the place in Chatham. Now, the place in Chatham, Sean Michelle's homemade ice cream wasn't even called that then. It was called Jabril Supreme Cream on 79th and Rhodes. And so shout out to you for making that connection. And then you mentioned They also moved on 95th. You're correct. They were on 95th. After Chatham, they moved on 95th and Calumet, right over there near Chicago State University. And they were there on the corner for a few years as well. So, Sabrina, shout out to you. You've won the ice cream. I'm going to send you a text with the instructions, and we're going to let the Sean Michelle's executive team know that we have another winner. We'll be doing a winner. We're going to give away some ice cream every week. We're going to let you know about free cupcakes and things happening in Brown Sugar. We want to make sure that you can feel the love of the show by getting and participating and enjoying some of the greatness of some of the people that we appreciate. So yeah, we're gonna get you big in here. You better start working out with us too. God willing, we're gonna have on real soon a brother who has been really training hard and training a bunch of people hard. Shout out to my Lindblom people. Shout out to those who are in their 30s and 40s and 50s and working out and getting some real serious cardio in with Michael Muhammad. So hopefully we're going to have him on real soon. So we'll be talking to y'all about that and letting you know about that program. But it's time to get moving, brothers and sisters. I don't know what your level of mobility is, but anything you can be doing. See, one of the things that as we continue to move through this pandemic, that, of course, the big thing was in our community that we have a lot of pre-existing situations, right? A lot of times those pre-existing situations can be eliminated by eating to live, by thinking to live, and by moving our bodies, right? So find some level and start wherever you are and just take gradual steps. It can be weightlifting, it can be jogging, it can be walking, it can be cycling. But whatever age you are, you need to be moving that body, getting those lungs working properly, right? So that your lungs are strong. They say COVID attacks the respiratory system, right? So you got to keep those lungs strong, brothers and sisters, and make sure that you're able to move like you should be moving. So, man, we got another great guest. She's a regular on the show now. Sister Toure Muhammad is going to be coming on real soon. And, we got a lot to talk about. There's a lot in the latest issue of the Final Call newspaper. And I want you all to know that if you want to get a digital copy of the Final Call newspaper, then text Final Call to 844-773-8392. Text Final Call to 844-773-8392 to get a digital copy of the Final Call newspaper. And if you want to get, my number is already in there, that 773-531 number. Text me for a physical copy of the Final Call as well. If you are in the Chicagoland area, we'll get it to you. And if you are in another part of the country, don't worry about it. We still got you. All I got to do is call up one of my people in whatever city you're in. Any major city, of course, it's easy, but a lot of minor cities throughout the country, and we'll be able to get someone to get that Final Call newspaper to you. So that's what's up. So we're going to take a break in a second here, and we're going to be back with Sister Toure Muhammad. But I want you to know that we're thinking about Brother DMX, and I believe we're going to be talking to, well, I don't know, we're going to talk about DMX because that's the cover story of the Final Call newspaper. Our brother DMX, who left an incredible catalog of music, and people don't know the kind of individual that he was. So we're looking forward to talking to her about this beautiful brother and the Final Call coverage. And again, text that number 844-773-8392 for a digital copy of the Final Call newspaper. And so we'll be right back. And let us know. Give it if you heard that intro. Ron, can you play the intro again? So let's let me know what you think about our new intro to the Toure Muhammad show. Put a thumbs up in the comment section after you hear it. Let us know what you think about it.
WIIFTBP.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the green side of things. It's your man, Sadiq.
And Cassiopeia.
And we need you to like,
comment,
and share
that thing
every Tuesday and Thursday from 1
to 3 p.m. on
What's in It for the Black People Media.
Introducing your trusted source for high-quality Black emojis, better known as Blackmoji. We believe Black is beautiful, and that beauty should be reflected in the digital market. Now there is an app that does just that, starting with Black Greek letter organizations. Blackmoji D9 offers more than an emoji app. It is a cultural experience of Black excellence. Download the app in the Apple or Google Play Store to access a specially curated catalog of emojis representing the Divine Nine. Use the emojis to celebrate Black Greek events, acknowledge current events, support social causes, and learn about esteemed Black Greek members who blaze the trail of Black history. A portion of every subscription goes toward a scholarship fund specifically for members of Black Greek letter organizations to help keep the legacy alive. Download the Blackmoji app today.
Sissy's Taco Bar Pop-Up is back with more hours and more days. Check them out at their new pop-up location at The Woodlawn, located 1200 East 79th Street. Sissy's Taco Bar offers authentic street tacos infused with international soul. Now every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at The Woodlawn from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. New vegan tacos have been added to the menu too. Visit sissytacobar.com for more info.
Peace. This is the Toure Muhammad Show, and I'm your host.
I'm Linda Sissy Perez, your co-host of the show that talks to shakers and movers who have knowledge, experience, and resources to help you do for self. This is a solution-oriented show.
Come have a seat. No need to ask. As long as I have a bowl of bean soup, you've got half.
Welcome everyone to the Toure Muhammad Show, and get prepared to hear about the greatest story ever told. Right about now, what I'm going to do is tell you all the things that we're into. Okay, once upon a hurry somewhere in the future, we didn't have to worry if somebody would shoot you. Excellence, yes y'all, we all that. Business, real estate, and actual facts. Actually, that's the tip of it. Financial gifts with it. Spiritual advancement, we're here to uplift. We're here to celebrate your success and give it back so everybody and their mama know where to shop at. You like that? I love that. We do too. You can change your condition when you change you. Yeah, so sit back, relax, and let your conscience be free. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce Brother Toure. Sometimes I need to listen, baby. To help me out.
All right. So what do y'all think, man? Do y'all like the new intro? I like it, man. I like it. As a matter of fact, I love it. Man, shout out to Hakeem, who produced that for me. And, man, it gives us something to shoot for, right? That gives us that's the theme, man, that we want to focus on. Black excellence, offering solutions to the problems that plague our community. We want to be a solution-oriented show here where we tell you, man, what our greatness is and what we can do when we come together. We have everything that we need to be independent and self-sufficient and never again having to beg from those to give us what we deserve and what we could give to ourselves. In many regards, we shouldn't even be in a situation where we're debating about the trustworthiness and the sincerity of people that have our health really in many ways in the palm of their hands. If you need pharmaceutical medicine, you're going to only a few companies to go get it. You're going through only a few stores, right, that offer them. If you need an hospital, you're going to hospitals where you're not feeling totally safe and comfortable. And if you are, it's because you in many ways are sometimes having the code switch, right? And, hey, how were you doing there? And talk and act real non-threatening in order for them to in order to get good service. You have to use all your King's English. But anyway, man, let me quit talking, man. We have a wonderful sister on. Always a pleasure to have on Sister Toure Muhammad, the managing editor of the Final Call newspaper, a great journalist and reporter. And as we've been watching, man, over the past few months or even more, a wonderful a moderator and host of online programs, of great online programming.
A little bit, sister. Turn your
She got to turn her volume down.
Okay.
All right, there we go. Sister Toure, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, Brother Toure. I hope I'm coming through okay.
Yes, ma'am. We hear you loud and clear. Ramadan Mubarak.
Ramadan Kareem, my brother, and I too am a fan of the new intro. I'm liking it. Praise be.
Thank you. And you know that voice. You heard that voice, Brother Hashim, in there helping us.
Yes, sir.
I know I had to come strong, man. I'm here amongst all these giants over here. What's in it for the Black people media, man? I gotta represent, right. Man. You gotta come with your A game over here, man, because we got some great people over here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So what is going on in the world today, man? We, of course, I'm looking at the cover story, the cover edition of the Final Call newspaper has our brother DMX.
Yes.
And, man, it's a great tribute and recognition of his life and his work. So talk a little bit about this publication and the word, as it says in the headline, the words of comfort and care on the passing of Earl Simmons, who impacted the hip hop and entertainment worlds while known as rapper DMX.
Yes, sir. So like you mentioned, this week's Final Call cover story is on the life, legacy, and impact of Brother Earl Simmons, known to the world of music and entertainment as DMX. And of course, his passing at just the young age of 50 sent shockwaves and sadness throughout the world. Fans, athletes, fellow hip hop artists, and others took to social media to express their condolences. And so in this coverage, Brother Toure, of course, those who subscribe and get the digital edition, that's wonderful. But there are some things that you maybe want to get the hard copy, the print edition. And I urge those in the viewing audience to get a physical copy of this issue of the paper. I think that's a stunning image of our brother.
Yes.
Cover. And that photo was actually taken by a Black photographer. I can't remember the brother's name offhand, but very beautiful, beautiful portrait of our brother. So of course we know DMX was known for his signature gruff voice and energetic and hype delivery. But more than that, Brother Toure, and again, you can find this article on finalcall.com, but DMX was a very spiritual brother, and he was not shy about sharing his hardships and his trials and his struggles in life and what he battled. He was very transparent. And I believe that made him very relatable. And some of the commentary and analysts that we quote in this article talked about that his vulnerability and willingness to be open about who he was very inspirational to people. So in this article, we share insight and commentary from those who knew DMX personally and those who didn't know him personally, but were simply fans or admirers of his. And I think one quote that kind of stood out to me in this article is by Sister Yanazdaha Lone Wolf, who is a longtime community and national activist. She's also a hip hop artist, and she said DMX didn't hide behind the pain. He was very transparent with the pain. That's why everyone is feeling like, man, this was someone that was just so open and vulnerable. So a prophet died this week. In the Holy Scripture, we look at them as testimony and carry on. So again, the sentiments were flowing from, you saw people, you had LeBron James, you had, Mark Lamont Hill, and again, of course, Snoop Dogg, which Snoop Dogg and DMX just not too long ago held a versus. And my husband actually was mentioning to me, because he's a huge DMX fan, and he was saying that DMX in that verses looked so happy, and he was getting a lot of positive feedback from the people. So in a way, it seemed as though he was at least in some ways getting his flowers while he lived. So in this article, we just really wanted to take the opportunity to share with our readers just the heartfelt sentiments by those who were impacted and affected by DMX, not just his music, but also him as a person. And like you mentioned, we have some very special words that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan actually shared with the family of Brother DMX while he was in the hospital. And, I think it just, again, Brother Toure, goes to show that, particularly in the hip hop community, the minister is viewed as a father figure. Really hip hop and the Nation of Islam really have a strong link, because we look at hip hop getting its start in the late 1970s, and guess who was rebuilding the Nation of Islam in the late 1970s? The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and he's always embraced our brothers and sisters in hip hop, admonishing them at times to clean up their lyrics, but he also has pointed to the fact that they are an important part of the rise of our people, and that if they tap into their God-given abilities and talents, that they have an opportunity to really impact, particularly our younger generation. So I encourage everyone to get this current issue of The Final Call, read the beautiful, beautiful words that the minister shared with the family of our brother, and also read the coverage. And we've got a great array of photos of Brother DMX throughout this issue as well.
Man, that's beautiful. And, you made me think about Brother Tim over there at The Final Call, who has a wonderful Instagram page where he takes lyrics from different hip hop artists who have mentioned Islam or the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
Right.
And he has it, with a record player image going around. So, we love those points that he makes and those highlights that he makes. So we need to share his more people need to see and hear some of those lyrics. And I believe DMX was in one of them, if I recall right. But man, absolutely, I recall DMX coming to the Slime restaurant.
Yes, sir.
This had to be this was maybe after the Million Man. Yeah, so it was
I
definitely
believe
after the
so.
Million Man March. So it was somewhere between 95 and 99.
Right. And we've actually got a couple of those photos in the current issue of the paper.
Beautiful. See, that's why you got to get that hard copy.
Yes, sir. But when our brother, he was invited by Brother Aziz Muhammad to the Salam.
That's right.
And took some pictures with some of the young students of Muhammad University of Islam. So, this was definitely a big blow to the culture. And so our thoughts and prayers with the family of our brother, but he left a lasting and impactful legacy in the short 50 years that he was with us. He's left a crucial and indelible mark, and may Allah be pleased with him and what he did.
And Brother Boosie, yes, sir, he could pray like none other.
Yes.
Man, you could say some of his songs were prayers. The entire song was a prayer. And like you mentioned, he wore his pain, and he you knew his pain and you felt his pain. I recall, the brother who was taking his pictures at the Salon restaurant was trying to get him to smile. And he said, what am I smiling for, man? Life is hard, you know. And you can see when he's genuinely moved by something, he'll smile. But he wasn't about giving a fake smile for the camera, you know.
Right.
Of course, this is well before the social media world that we're living in. So, you know, you really were putting on airs to smile for a camera back then.
Right.
It was really staged. It felt so much more staged than it does now.
Exactly.
But yeah, that brother was a beautiful brother. And I think that if we, you know, when he talked about his mentor, you know, who was roughly 15 years older than him. He said he was about 13, 14. This mentor was around 30. I don't know what it is, such a style about that era, but I remember being in that age and seeing people who was okay one day, and then the next week they weren't. And I was terrified trying to figure out what happened to this person that is not in their right mind now. And it's, man, somebody put some crack, or somebody put some cocaine in his weed. He didn't know it. And I was like, what kind of person is that? Who would do that to somebody? And to see that it happened to him in New York, so it wasn't just a Chicago thing. But I think that's a horrific, evil person that would do something like that especially to a child.
Exactly.
But his strength and obviously his spirituality and the way that he dealt with it, he was able to still handle himself and overcome that addiction and still achieve so much, while many that get that addiction, you know, never get beyond the alley. I still can remember the one I saw, and no, if I saw him today, I still remember him. All he would do was sit on the porch and play his guitar. Before that, he possibly could have a career in singing, but after that, he'd just be on there playing one or two notes, and never recovered from that. And I saw him probably 2 years ago, and this is I'm talking 40, 35, 40 years ago.
Wow.
So man, his strength, man. So DMX would definitely be not forgotten anytime soon.
Yes, sir. And you mentioned and again, throughout this coverage, and then again with sentiments folks have been sharing, just even with the success, just how down to earth our brother was. And, I saw sentiments of folks talking about that even, when the fame and, some of the money began coming in, that he wasn't flashy. He wasn't going to go out and buy, a big, platinum ring or a whole bunch of gold.
Right.
And would still, to go write his music, would go, to an abandoned building or, something, someplace that was not, flashy, in order to, share his sentiments and write his words down. So, again, brother was very transparent. And again, the hip hop community definitely in mourning, but we have his artistry left behind. And of course, we can't forget he was in films as well. It wasn't just the music, but, he was in, can't remember the name of the film he was in with Jet Li. And then he was
Romeo Must Die.
Romeo Must Die. That's it.
Right. Romeo Must Die. And other films. I know he starred in one
Ron
with
was quick with that, man. You good.
Right. And then, of course, with Nas and Belly. So he definitely left a legacy that we can, cherish for years.
That's right, man. So he's a beautiful brother, and man, so it's a lot of stuff in the final call, as well that has always catches my interest. But this issue, the youth agricultural camp at Edith Family Farms.
Yes, this is one of our dear sisters, Sister Melody Muhammad, and she was actually several years ago. Several of the Muslims in the Nation of Islam began taking courses with Brother Will Allen. And for those who are not familiar with him, he is an agricultural giant in terms of teaching communities how to grow their own food. So Sister Melody took courses at Growing Power, which was the name of Mr. Allen's nonprofit, where he would teach every aspect of agriculture in terms of not only, planting the seed and transferring it into the ground, but, how to build a hoop house and a greenhouse and just everything one would want to know about, how to grow our own food, which if understand the times that we're living in and the fact that many of our people live in what are considered food deserts. Well, if you've got a little patio, if you've got a little bit of piece of a section of a yard, there are things that we can grow for ourselves and our family. So Sister Edith took training through Growing Power. She took some other trainings and has gotten certifications in different areas of agriculture. And she actually, not too long ago, purchased a few acres down south that she is going to eventually turn into a camp geared toward children. So if you have any young people who are interested in agriculture, if you get this current issue of the final call, let me see, on page 30, you can get more information about the Youth Agricultural Camp. I believe it is going to be in July, from July 1st through 5th down in North Carolina. So you can reach out to Sister Melody at Edith Family Farms to get more information about the camp. And of course, we are well aware, and she is well aware, we're still in the middle of a pandemic, so it will be limited in terms of how many children will be permitted. And of course, there will be safety protocols in place to ensure the safety of all that attend. But it's important, Brother Toure, to get our children interested in and exposure to various sciences. So whether you're talking biology, whether you're talking chemistry, botany, and agriculture is a science. Because as the Most Honorable Muhammad taught us, we got to keep our mouth out of the devil's kitchen, learn how to grow our own foods and cook our own food. So for anyone who has children ages 6 to 13, check out this issue of the Final Call. And I believe this article is also on the website, finalcall.com, to get more information on the Youth Agricultural Camp at Edith Family Farms.
I love the quote that she gave from the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. The beginning of all nations is back to the earth, to the farm. Farming is the solution to our economic problems. Farming is the foundation of self-independence. And, this is one of the reasons that I got my real estate license, because I want to be a part of helping to advocate and encourage people to, get some property, get some land. So many of us are not even thinking that way. And if we just start thinking that way, we can see the opportunities that are there. Most of us who are renters don't have to be renters. Sometimes we may be paying more. Sometimes a mortgage may be less than what you're paying in rent, right? And there are so many ways to figure this thing out. But we've talked about it, and we have been studying it and learning it in our classes, the FOI class. and MGT class where we learn about ourselves and we learn about survival skills and tips.
Right.
And so we've been learning a long time about the importance of, even if you, like you said, have a little piece of land, if you just got a little something in your backyard where you can start growing something so that you won't panic if the stores are shut down, right? You won't feel, and we have to, everybody has to feel that same way, right? Because you can't be the only person on the block with a backyard full of vegetables and the whole block is starving. Because they come and knocking on your door, right? So everybody needs to do this, right?
Yes, sir.
So we can be like the ant and not the grasshopper, and prepare for the rainy days, or the squirrel that stores up. So, but I appreciate what she is doing, and yeah, we need to find land. Right? Chicago,
and like the most
go ahead.
I'm sorry. Just like the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said, let's get some of this earth that we can call our own.
That's right.
And so, I think we've talked about this before, but I think you're starting to see a movement, almost like a reverse, migration from, several decades ago. Our family came from the South, during the Great Migration to the North, but now you're seeing, some of our people who are starting to head back down South and getting an acre or two here, 5 acres here, coming together with some other families and pooling their resources and getting some acreage. So, it's definitely hard work, but it's very rewarding. I've got a couple of raised beds in my backyard, Brother Toure. So I'll be planting a few things.
Okay.
Like
what's up? What you got?
God willing.
What do you plan on planting?
Well, let's see here. I've already got the garlic out there. I actually planted that in the fall. Garlic. I'll be planting some lettuce and spinach, some tomatoes. Going to try my hand this year, Brother Toure, at some eggplant. I didn't plant eggplant last year, so I'll see how that goes. But it's very rewarding when you put a seed in the earth and, watch it peek through the soil and watering it, putting the fertilizer on it, and then to be able to then at a certain point in time, feed your family is very rewarding. And what you've grown. So you don't have to worry, if it's been sprayed with anything or what's happening with the soil. So I encourage everyone, again, even if you can grow in little pots. You don't have to have a large backyard. And there are plenty of groups, Black agriculture or Black farmer groups on social media where you can get tips. People who are experienced can help those who maybe don't have as much experience, but it's definitely worthwhile. So I encourage the audience, it's not too late. We're just now getting into the growing season in the zone that we're out here in Illinois and Indiana. So plant something.
That's right. Plant something. And I recall I was doing cucumbers.
Yes, sir.
And Sister Starla, I kept coming out there in the backyard looking at those cucumbers, and they looked like they were so small. And I kept looking and kept looking. I said, man, these things are not going to get big. And it seemed like it was maybe 2 or 3 days I didn't go back there. And when I came back out there, those they were huge.
Exactly.
They said they grew just overnight to huge capacity. And so, but you're right. It's so amazing to watch that process and then be able to, man, there's nothing better than your own cucumbers and tomatoes and garlic and other things that you've made in your own, with your own hands and feed your family with.
Sir.
So we got to take a quick break, and we're going to be right back with more of the Toure Muhammad Show with our sister Starla Muhammad from The Final Call.
WIIFTBP.
The Chicago Legal Network is the collaboration of attorneys that concentrate in many areas of the law most needed in Chicago neighborhoods. The CLN lawyers focus on personal injury, criminal defense, and other issues. The CLN lawyers all average over 20 years of legal experience and are dedicated to helping the Chicago community. The Chicago Legal Network is committed to developing black lawyers through mentorship and co-representation. So if you were injured in a car accident, slip and fall, or injured on the job, or you need assistance with criminal defense, including driving violations and DUI, check out ChicagoLegalNetwork.com for more information or call 773-912-3545. 773-912-3545.
Introducing your trusted source for high-quality black emojis, better known as Blackmoji. We believe black is beautiful, and that beauty should be reflected in the digital market. Now there is an app that does just that, starting with Black Greek letter organizations. Blackmoji D9 offers more than an emoji app. It is a cultural experience of black excellence. Download the app in the Apple or Google Play Store to access a specially curated catalog of emojis representing the Divine Nine. Use the emojis to celebrate Black Greek events, acknowledge current events, support social causes, and learn about esteemed Black Greek members who blaze the trail of Black history. A portion of every subscription goes toward a scholarship fund specifically for members of Black Greek letter organizations to help keep the legacy alive. Download the Blackmoji app today.
Everybody's talking about the all-new Sam Silk's Chicken and Fish. Place your order today for a delicious meal. The chicken and fish are fried to perfection, featuring a wide variety of catfish, perch, tilapia, whiting, and shrimp. Now it's your turn to see what everybody's talking about. It's the all-new Sam Silk's Chicken and Fish, Chicago's newest spot for delicious meals. Stop by at 2537 South Wabash in the South Loop, or get contactless delivery from DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, and Postmates. For more info, call 773-807-9010, 773-807-9010. Sam Silk's Chicken and Fish is open just in time for lunch, or take it to the house for a delicious dinner. It's Chicago's new spot for perfectly fried chicken and fish. Don't wait any longer. Try it today. Sam Silk's Chicken and Fish, 2537 South Wabash in the South Loop. Sam Silk's Chicken and Fish.
You see me, you see him, my best friend. He hold me down like ankles fighting the waves. About not to my crime, yeah, I do time. Till I'm with you, I'll be counting the days. Yeah, ooh, been through so many things, but we always get through. Yeah, ooh, it ain't always perfect, but it's worth it. This is deeper than the surface. If I said I didn't love you, you and I know I've been frontin'. Wiped all my scars away like it was nothing. Took the parts of me I tried to hide and make them something, something. Like it was nothing. Ooh, so much, baby. Ooh, you know you drive me crazy. Ooh, you give me peace of mind. Ooh, let me tell you why. You make it easy. Say, to take it easy. Say, feel so weak. Say, easy to love. Say, to take it easy. Say, feel so weak. Say, easy to love. I never thought that I would give it to you, but now I don't think it's the time, I won't do it. I think it's cause the way you talk to me. Know how to say it without making me feel little. You're gracious even when you pop off on me. When you get done, I got a little something to drop off on you. Because you earned it with the time you took to put it that way. You got me liking to get put in my place. If I said I didn't love you, you and I know I've been frontin'. Wiped all my scars away like it was nothing. Took the parts of me I tried to hide and make them something, something. Like it was nothing.
All right. We are back with more of the Toure Muhammad Show. We have Sister Starla Muhammad, and we are talking about the headlines and the lifelines from the Final Call newspaper. Of course, you know, you have deadlines in the in the newspaper and the media industry. So the headlines and the deadlines, if you will. But
Yes,
there's so
sir.
much life. There's so much life in there. I just like saying lifelines as
Yes,
opposed to
sir.
deadlines. I know this isn't something, but I did want to just touch on this. That may not be in this issue of the final call, but this Jonathan Pentland situation in South Carolina, where there was the, I guess he's an ex-military person, and you can see that in his posture, who was confronting a young black man, apparently just walking, and the level of aggression, the level of
Yes.
get out of here, that you see in him. It was just it was amazing and interesting to watch. Not surprising, but just with the continued videotaping of things, you would think that there would at least sometimes attempt to be an air of civility. But that was not the case, and he got his response though, because I guess it's been a lot of black folks outside his house and in his neighborhood, so to speak, since that happened.
Exactly.
This ain't
I
the old
saw
South Carolina.
right. Exactly. I saw excerpts of that as well, Brother Tory. And again, it's just, whether we're walking while black, driving while black, just existing. And like you mentioned, this young brother was apparently just walking through a neighborhood, but I guess that's a crime when you're black. What are you doing here? Really harkens back to, during the times when our people were enslaved, and in order for one of the slaves, if they had to go to another plantation, they had to have a paper on them. And if a white person stopped them, where's your paper, where you're going? But, the mask of civility, as the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has taught us among many white people, is coming off, this veneer of civility. So whether you're talking about this young brother who was accosted and challenged just for walking in a neighborhood, or whether you look at what happened at the Capitol in Washington, D.C. On January 6th, whether you look at the various videos that we've observed over the years of the so-called Karens, challenging black folks who are coming into, their own apartment complex. It's just, again, this is not surprising. The new element is, of course, like you mentioned, that is being captured on cell phone video. And, we're never the aggressor, as we're taught by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. We are prohibited in the Nation of Islam from carrying even as much as a penknife, but we are taught, as it states in the Holy Quran, which is the book of scripture of the Muslims, that, we fight with those who fight with us. So my husband was saying, this brother in the video was, smaller than this man. Right. You could tell he just wanted to take his walk. He wasn't being confrontational. But he said, he might run up on the wrong brother if he tries that again. Somebody who's going to be, a little bit more, I guess, aggressive with him. So
ready for him.
Exactly. And so we'll see, what happens.
He got up on him. He got in his comfort zone consistently. And, of course, as you mentioned, the Holy Quran, of course, and we are taught that we don't carry any kind of weapons.
Correct.
We work out and we train and we practice ways to protect ourselves and preserve this sacred life that we have. Nobody has the right to take the life that God gave us. And especially in situations like that. So I encourage us to, pay attention. And what I was concerned for the young man because, like you say, he was physically, he was being bullied. He was
Right.
the guy was too big for him, and you could hear him talking about what he could do to him. So you could tell he was got some either police or military training that gave him the confidence to confront that smaller guy like that. And
Right.
But the community has responded. But we all
Yes.
need to be aware whether it's some foolishness from somebody in our community or foolishness and ignorance and hatred from outside our community. I
Yes,
want to
sir. I
read
think
this. This was a text message. If I want to, it's kind of I can't read all this. It's kind of long, but there's a poem. I may post this in the chat, but there's a poem that somebody did that breaks down all of the things that Black people have to be conscious of. I'm just gonna read one, like 2 sentences. I need to drive my 2-year-old to daycare tomorrow. To ensure we won't arrive early, we won't take public transportation. Parentheses, Oscar Grant. I
Yes.
removed all the air fresheners from the vehicle and double checked my registration status. Dante Wright, and ensured my license plates were visible. Caron Nazario. I will be careful to follow all the traffic rules. Philando Castile. Signal every turn. Sandra Bland. Right. It just goes on. And
Right.
listing all of these, from Tamir Rice to Stephon Clark to Botham Jean, Tatiana Jefferson, just all the things that people were doing when they came into a situation where their life was taken from them. So,
Yes, sir.
that
And
we
I
gotta
think
we gotta better meld in this. We can't breathe while Black and live while Black and drive while Black. We need to be concerned about getting vaccinated while Black too.
Mm. Yes, sir. And all of a sudden, with that, we're being pushed to the front of the line because there's so much concern about the health and well-being of our community. I just really briefly, Brother Toure, you mentioned something that I think bears a little bit of observation in, whether it's the case of the young brother in South Carolina, whether it is what happened with our dear brother George Floyd, or even this recent case in the 10 miles or 10 minutes from where Brother George
Yes.
was killed. We've got another
Yes.
brother, Brother Dante Wright, only 20 years old. But in
Yes.
instances, the cry in terms of people who are saying, well, we need better training and police reform, and we need all police to make sure they have their cameras on and the dash cam video. But in these cases, you have the video and it's still happening.
Right.
So think about the mindset of these police officers, that it doesn't bother them that they're being taped or filmed. They know that they are,
That's
but they proceed to do what they do. And in this latest tragic case of this young brother, Dante Wright, the police officer, when I first saw and heard about what happened, Brother Toure, I'm thinking, okay, well, is this somebody who was a rookie who maybe had force for a couple of years, maybe was green and, honestly, maybe didn't have much experience in the field. But this was a 26-year police veteran. And not only that, she
That's right.
was a trainer. So if you're training other officers and you're saying, oh, I couldn't tell the difference between my gun and my taser, which they're on, from my understanding, the gun is on the dominant side. So if you're right, and it's on the right side, and your taser is on your weak side.
Right.
And from my understanding, again, I'm not in law enforcement, and if somebody in your viewing audience, if this is incorrect, let me know. But the gun and the taser don't look alike, and they're even different colors.
Right.
I don't know if that varies by jurisdiction, but again, just another instance of just not valuing Black lives and seeing us as less than human. And so, of course, there have been protests happening the last 4 nights since the death of this young brother. And even though the officer has been arrested and charged, again, as we mentioned last week, with the current case of what's happening with the Chauvin in his trial, we've seen this play out before. So again, we'll have to wait and see what happens in this other case. But again, this hasn't these police shootings, police abuses have not slowed down or stopped, even on the heels of the protests that we saw last year, the legislation, the George Floyd Act, which, even though I believe it passed the House, I could be mistaken, but highly doubtful it's going to make any noise in the Senate. So again, all of this talk of reforms, all of this talk of, police need better training and what have you, but we still see the same thing happening time and time again. So we're going to continue, of course, to monitor both of these tragic stories and keep our readers up to speed and up to date on what's happening. And of course, again, these stories you can find on finalcall.com.
Absolutely. And there is a story about updates. I mentioned Oscar Grant because there is an update about Oscar Grant, and his families continue fight for justice. And of course, as you mentioned, Brother Barrington M. Simon has a story, a continued story about that coverage with our brother George Floyd.
Yes, sir.
Yep. What there was a panel discussion too about the COVID-19 variants, vaccine passports, and concernings about case spikes. And well, I'm sorry, that's from Sister Charlene, but there was a panel discussion with Sister
Sandra.
Sister Sandra, right, that she conducted on March 27th, right?
Yes, sir. We've got a couple of pieces in the current issue of the Final Call, part of our weekly coverage on COVID-19, the vaccine, the virus, and what's happening. So recently, Sister Toure Muhammad, who is a community organizer and she works with young people in the Chicago area, she hosted a panel discussion, a student panel discussion with regard to the COVID experimental vaccines as well as the COVID virus. And the thing that is beautiful about this, Brother Toure, is, it gave an opportunity for young people, some in the Nation of Islam, some not in the Nation of Islam, to talk about what is happening and how it is affecting them. So Sister Sandra put together this beautiful program, and Student Minister Ishmael Muhammad, the National Assistant to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, he shared keynote remarks, but it gave an opportunity for youth to express their insight, their concerns with regard to the experimental COVID vaccinations. There was also presentations by Sister Kasima Muhammad, who is the biology, physical science, and chemistry teacher at Muhammad University of Islam in Chicago. So she was breaking down kind of, what is in the virus, what is in these experimental vaccines. But it gave this virtual gathering, gave young people an opportunity to express themselves. And of course, that's so very important because sometimes, we tend to sometimes overlook young people, but this gave a forum and an opportunity to interact with their peers, share information, get information so that they can go ahead and hopefully share it with their peers, their family member and friends.
Man, absolutely beautiful. And, I wanted to mention this from NOI.org because I have been getting questions from people who are saying, listen, I am not comfortable and I'm not taking this vaccine. What can I do to stay healthy and to avoid dying from if I get COVID? So on NOI.org, in the section noi.org/vaccine, there is the discussion about adopting a healthy lifestyle. So maintaining a wholesome, healthy diet full of fruits and vegetables such as navy beans, garlics, and onions. You talking about growing that garlic and onions that are rich in vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and phytonutrients such as vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, quercetin. I don't know how to pronounce that.
I think it's quercetin. Is it
quercetin? Quercetin, quercetin, and that sounds right. And other immune boosting nutrients. Spend time as much as you can in the sun to enable your body to produce vitamin D. And when necessary, take vitamin C, vitamin D, the B vitamins, and zinc supplements. Be sure to consult your healthcare provider and take the recommended doses appropriate for you. Stay hydrated by drinking plenty of water daily. Fast to help improve overall health, which now we are, of course, in Ramadan, so that puts us right in that line. Exercise regularly. A 30-minute walk a day will go a long way. And get adequate sleep. That's a problem for me right there, Sister Starla. I need to get adequate
I know, right?
sleep, right? And find ways to minimize stress. And then the final one is to stop smoking. And sources for this information was How to Eat to Live, Book 1 and 2 by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, How to Keep House, Maintaining a Clean and Safe Environment, and the NOI COVID-19 Analysis. So those are some things that you can do in the immediate to strengthen your immune system and to minimize these pre-existing conditions. I mean, everything from high blood pressure to obesity and other ailments, cholesterol, those can be attacked, especially picking up that book, How to Eat to Live, books 1 and 2, and from the final call, and put that into your in your kitchen and use that as you're preparing your meals.
Exactly. Yes, sir. You know, Brother Toure, it reminds me there's a section in the Holy Quran called preventative measures. And so I think if anything, it's important to understand that there are things that we can do to strengthen our immune system. Brother Toure just read that information off. But too often what is missing, I think, in this current media environment is more information, more presentations on, okay, what are some of the things that we can do to battle this virus if taking the vaccine is not an option for you? Well, here are some things that you can do. So in the final call, again, we've been covering this since the virus hit last year. So every week we have had coverage in the final call, not just about what is happening and, of course, the stance that we have been given by the minister that we are not taking the vaccine, but on the other said, look, we want to look into some other therapies and things that other countries are doing. So the minister, he doesn't in a vacuum. So again, finalcall.com, you can download these articles, noi.org for the information in regard to COVID-19. And of course, we appreciate when you see the FOI with the hard physical copy of the paper, make sure you grab one and subscribe also to the digital edition.
There it is, brothers and sisters. Here is the end of another show. We're now here on Thursdays. It's a great place to be. And so we're going to sign off right now, brothers and sisters. Never forget that as long as we have a bowl of bean soup, you've got half. Peace.
WIIFTBP.
You sure looking good tonight, baby. I just wanna make sweet love to you tonight, baby. If you don't mind, let me tell you.